goodness, it's already 2021. Wow. Welcome to the DunnWisdom Morning Show. My name is Melissa P. Dunn. I am the CEO of MD Marketing Network, the founder of this DunnWisdom movement, and I am so excited to welcome you back to I guess I'm going to call this our second season of the DunnWisdom Morning Show. As you know, if you've been following us, we actually started this show at the very beginning of the pandemic in March 2020. I really started it as a way to remain connected to people so that we can perhaps introduce you to folks that are change makers, people that are getting it done, whether they're professionals, community leaders, or business owners, so that we may weather this storm together. Well, I am so clear that this show adds value, not only to you, but to me as well. And so we are stepping into our second season, kicking off the 2021 year with a week of me sharing some coaching success tips. Now, I'm going to jump right into it. So we're going to be on at 9 a.m. live on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Typically, I interview someone on Monday, then I share some success tips on Wednesdays, and then I spotlight a lot of your business on Friday. However, this week is going to be all me coaching you the whole week long. So let's get right to it. Today's topic, I'm going to be sharing with you some tips and of course I'm without Natasha today, so bear with me as I handle the back end bit of this thing here. There we go. So I'm going to be sharing with you some tips on how you can make 2021 your best year ever. All right, so here's what I need you to do, guys. Let me go back out here real quick and tell you what I need you to do. I need you to grab a piece of paper and some pen. Get ready to do some work. We're going to be talking for the next 15 to 20 minutes, and I'm going to guide you through what I call my life design process. If you follow this process, you will indeed have not only a clear idea of what it is that you want to create next in your life, but you'll have the idea about who you need to be in order to get you there, as well as an action plan. So get your paper and your pen and let's get to work. All right, let's do this. There we go. Actually, I think I'm going to switch views so that you can see the PowerPoint really clearly. So let's go to that view. All right. If you have questions, go ahead and type them in the comments. I will take your questions after the presentation. But for now, I need you to be engaged. I need you to be ready. Silence your phone, you guys. Let's get to work. So here is some hacks on how you can make 2021 your best year ever. All right, so listen, behind every successful woman and man is himself or herself, right? You are the creator of your own life. You are the architect of your future. Ain't nobody gonna do it for you, baby. You gotta do it for yourself. Okay, people will support you. You'll have a tribe of folks that's going to be there with you, helping you to really manifest some of the things that you want. But the bottom line is, if you want it, you've got to create it. And you are truly the architect of your own life. So here are some steps, right? I want you to ask yourself right now, where are you? What's happening in your life, okay? So I want you to take a sheet of paper out, and you are going to create 6 categories. Yourself, and by yourself, I mean what's happening with you internally, your self-care, your self-love. What's your internal relationship with yourself like, right? And then your spirit. What's your relationship like with God or Allah or whomever, the higher power that you serve? What is your connection with your spirit? Your health, relationships, career/business. So if you're an entrepreneur, then we're going to talk about your business. If you are still in the 9-to-5 grind, then we're going to talk about your career trajectory. Okay. And then the final category that you're going to look at is your money. What's happening with your money game? Are you still trading time for money? Are you where you want to be? Have you achieved the financial freedom that you may or may not want? Okay, so that's what we're looking at. Now, you're going to number, I want you to think about each of these categories, okay? And you're going to number them. I think I want to go back out so you can see me. Ooh, Natasha, girl, where you at? You're going to number them from 1 to 5, okay? You're going to number them from 1 to 5. Here are the categories again so that you can see them. So category number 1, you're going to say to yourself, I am over the moon. I am super happy with this area of my life. I am ecstatic. I'm exactly where I want to be. In fact, my dreams have been realized. This is what it is. Number 1 is the best that I can be in this particular area. And then you're going to give yourself a 2 if you say, I'm happy where I am, but you know what? There's still some work to be done. I really want to be better in this area. And then you're going to score yourself a 3 if you say, I'm content. Like this is pretty good. I feel really good right here, you know, but I can level up a little bit. You know, maybe I've met my income goals for my business, but truly I can level up in 2021. Right? That's what you're going to put. You're going to grade yourself a 3 in this area. Now, if you say, I am truly unhappy with this area of my life, I want more, but I don't know where to start, right? You will give yourself a 4. Now, for me, that's kind of where I am with my health, right? I'm unhappy where I am. I'm totally unhappy with my weight. And so for me, I'm giving myself a 4. I have gone through this process that I'm teaching you, and a lot of my clients have gone through this process that I'm teaching you. So I have an action plan on how to get myself from a 4 to a 2, right? Or a 1 even. So if you are unhappy with a particular area of your life, give yourself a 4, okay? And if you're deeply dissatisfied in this area of your life where you really feel stuck, give yourself a 5. Now, I want you to be really honest with yourself here, right? It's so important for you to be 100% honest. You need to know where you are so that you can decide on where you want to go. So take some time, truly be honest with where you are. Remember, you are the architect of your life. You are the captain of your own ship, the master of your own destiny. And if you, my dear, are not honest with yourself, then who the heck are you going to be honest with, right? It starts with you, all right? So get to work. Let me know where you are in each of those areas. Okay, take a minute. Get it done. All right. So the areas again, let me put that out there. The areas again is yourself, your spirit, your health, relationship, career/business, or money. All right. I'm going to give you 30 more seconds. Rate yourself 1 to 5 with where you are right now. Number 1 being the very best. And number 2 being, you know what, you feel stuck. All right, that's step number 1. You ready to go on to step 2? All right, let's do it. Oh, snap, what did I do there? All right, step number 2. Now I want you to ask yourself a really powerful question. And the question is, where do you want to be? Where do you want to be? If you had $1 million or $20 million? If money was not an option, if time was not a barrier, like, what would you be doing with your life professionally, right? Write it down. List 3 things for each of the different categories. 3 things for each of the different categories. Again, the categories are yourself, your spirit, your health, your relationship, your career/business, and your money. Where would you like to be? What kind of woman or man would you want to be? How would you want your relationship with yourself? Write down those 3 things. What would you like for your health? Write down those 3 things, okay? And I want you to be very specific. For me, my health goal is I want to lose 30 pounds. I want to finish a half marathon in under 6 hours. And I want to lower my A1C from my A1C, which is the level that you use to measure your diabetes. I want to lower my A1C from a 7 to a 5. So you see what I did there? My goals are really very, very specific and very measurable, okay? That's what I want to create. Excuse me, let me be very specific about my language. That is what I am creating for myself in 2021. And I'm 100% committed to seeing that happen, okay? So now that you have numbered, in step number 1, you gave yourself a ranking from 1 to 5, with 1 being the best and 5 being you feel stuck for each of those 6 areas, okay? Now for the ones, that perhaps have the higher number, write down 3 things that you want to see, okay? All right, let's move on to step number 2. Oh crap, I did it again. All right, so step number 3, the next question I want you to ask yourself. And this question, you guys, is really a very, very powerful question. I want you to, oh, okay, I'm sorry, I just saw that. You want to make the slides bigger so you can take a screenshot. Okay, let me go back to the previous one. Okay, so that's step number 2. Actually, let me go back to step number 1. Go ahead and take your screenshot. Let's do that so you can get the screenshot. All right, that's step number 1. So you're going to see where you are now. Okay. That's step number 2. You're going to ask yourself where you want to be, and you're going to, in each of the categories, you're going to create 3 goals for yourself. And your goals are going to be very specific and measurable. Okay. And now we are on step number 3. Who do you need to become in order to manifest what you want? And I want you to think about this in the different categories, right? So actually what I would suggest for now is for you to pick one category, like the category that's most important to you, right? Because remember, you can't change everything all at once. So pick the one category that you're going to work on in the first quarter, and I want you to do this exercise for that category, okay? So for me, my category that I'm focusing on for the next 3 months, for the first quarter, the category that I am focusing on is my health. Remember, I shared with you before where I wanted to go, right? I just shared with you my very specific health goals. Now, who do I need to become in order for me to lose that 30 pounds? So I'm saying, okay, where am I right now and where do I need to be? So the current me, and I'm going to be truthful right here, ladies and gentlemen. So where I am right in this second when it relates to my health goals, right now, I snack at night. Right now, I don't always, when I go to events or I go to restaurants, I make very poor food choices, really poor food choices. And that's an issue, right? Where I am right now with my health is I'm not always consistent with my workout. And sometimes I delay making doctor's appointments, right? That's where I am right in this second with my health goals. Well, being that way is not going to get me 35 pounds lighter or 30 pounds lighter. Being that way is not going to get me to the finish line of a marathon, much less have me complete the marathon in under 6 hours. Right? So I have to think about the me that I am today and be really, truly honest with myself. And I need you to be honest with yourself as well. Right? So think about the you that you are right now for one of these categories and list it out. Be honest, right? And again, don't just focus on the negative, focus on the positive things too. And then I want you to think about the you in the future, right? This is the you that already have everything that you're asking God for. And this is another thing I want to point out to you. Everything that you've asked for, everything that you wrote down on your list, it's already done. It's already yours. The future you have already done this. I've already experienced and manifested the thing that you're asking God for, right? So if you're asking for promotion on your job, guess what? It's yours. It's done. The only thing you need to do is catch up with the you in the future, right? So this is where you are now. This is where you want to be. And your work in this moment, in this first quarter of the year, is to bridge the gap between where you are and where you want to be. Okay? So that job is yours. That man or woman is yours that you're hoping to create a connected romantic relationship with. The better relationship that you're seeking with your family, it's yours. The first million is yours. Whatever it is that you're asking God for, it's already done. All right, it's already done. So I'm going to show you number 3 again. Okay, so this is step number 3. Ask yourself, who do you want to become in order to manifest what you want? Pick one category that you're going to focus on for the first quarter and know who you are now and who you need to become. Whether it's more disciplined or more focused or more consistent, you know you better than anyone else, okay? So that's step number 3. Step number 4, yeah, you know yourself better than anybody else. So let's get to it. Step number 4, there it is. And I have to tell you guys, this step right here is where the true work begins. What thoughts and habits do you need to start, stop, and continue in order to create the life that you want? What thoughts, habits do you need to stop, start, and continue in order to create the life that you want? That question right there for me was the most powerful question of all. I had to really dig deep to figure out what it is that I needed to start, stop, and continue. Now, if you follow the steps all the way through, right? Step 3 would have showed you who you are right now, right? You're clear about that. So for me, using me as an example with my health goal, one of the things that I needed to stop was I needed to stop watching. Every night when I come home from work, my schedule is super busy. The way that I the way that I decompress is by watching Hallmark movies. So I would watch a Hallmark movie in bed every night. Unfortunately for me, I noticed that whenever I watch TV, I always snack. So I'm having chips, I'm having popcorn, I'm having all of that stuff. Snacks that necessarily are not that great for me. I'm watching the movie and I'm snacking, right? So I needed to stop that activity because unfortunately, the habit of snacking is stacked with the habit of watching Hallmark movies. Now, watching the movie is great for me, right? Because it relaxes me. It takes me out of my mind. It really decompresses me after a day. And that's really the only TV that I allow myself to watch. So while I love that habit, because right now where I am, I don't have the self-control to not eat a salty, unhealthy snack while I'm watching the movie, I decided that I'm going to stop watching the movie altogether. So instead, I've gone back to reading. In high school, I used to love reading romance novels. So over the Christmas holiday, I actually read a book, a romance novel in my bed, reading the book, and it was so great. I discovered that I didn't snack while I was reading. So my new hack is I stopped watching the Hallmark movie, and instead I started to read a book, right? So that's my start and my stop for my health goal. Now, for my continue, one of the things that I did really well is that I would get up at 4:30 in the morning and start my day. And so my continue is I continue to get up in the morning and practice my powerful morning routine that has me praying, have me meditating. I started going back to the gym with a program, I Can Fitness in Lauderhill, that really supports me, right? So I'm continuing that practice and it's really supporting me to get into my health goals. So do you see what I did there? After knowing very clearly who I am being right now and who I need to really become in the future in order for me to have what I want, I then said to myself, well, what habits, thoughts, and actions do I need to stop, start, and continue in order for me to have the health outcome that I say that I want in my goals? Okay, so really simple, easy steps that you take them one at a time, and you will indeed have the best year of your life. I am telling you guys, this thing works. Now, make sure that you take the time and you create the goals, okay? And then in terms of implementation, my recommendation to you is know where you want to be, know who you need to become, but in terms of step number 4, take it one category at a time, okay? And then you put all of your energy into that category in order for you to make it so, all right? So if you have questions for me, type them in the chat. Let's have the conversation. Let's see who we're watching here, who is joining us. Hey, good morning, Tina. Thank you so much for joining us. Oh, you couldn't connect on your phone. I'm not really sure what the challenge is with that, but thank you so much for joining us. Hey, Portia, good morning. Thank you so much for joining. And of course, my mom. Good morning, Mom. Thanks for watching. All right. It's a done deal. Good, Tina. I'm happy that you were able to see it. And there's a Facebook user that said for me to make the screenshot, the slides bigger so that you can get the screenshot. And we got that done for you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I really want for you. Hey, Janelle, good morning. So how many of you are going to do this work? I'm really curious. If you do intend to do the work, I want you to type in the comments, I am in. If you plan to do the work to make 2021 the best year ever for you, type I'm in the chat right now so I can see who is committed to doing this work, because I tell you, I'm going to be doing the work right along with you, right? I have areas in my life, I shared with you the fact that I'm doing the work around my health, and I want to see where we are. All right, you're in. Yes, fantastic. Happy to hear it. Keep us posted on your progress. Now I'm going to be back here on Wednesday at 9 a.m. Janelle, you're in. Yes, sister. I know you can do it. You are such a powerful woman. Yes, mommy. All right, you're in. I love it. Portia. All right. So you watch it over. Okay. All right, Portia. Do watch it. I'll be your accountability partner. All right, Tina, you're in. Yes, I love it. Okay, you guys, let's get it done. Everything that you want is so possible for you. So possible. All right. So I'm going to be back here again on Wednesday at 9 a.m. And I'm going to actually take one of the areas and give you some tips on how you can make it better. So on Wednesday at 9 a.m., we're going to be talking about relationships and how relationships can move you towards having the best year of your life. So it can be business. We're going to talk about business relationships that include relationships with clients, as well as relationships with your boss and your coworkers, right? Talk about relationships there, romantic relationships, family relationships, you name it. We're going to talk about it. All right, so Happy New Year again. This, I think, is a great start to 2021 for the DunnWisdom Morning Show. Thank you for watching. If you found any value in this, please follow us, like us, and share this episode. Share it on your page so that other people can learn what you learned today. All right? Thank you. Be well. Remember, be kind and loving to yourself today. You deserve it.